It's a Minimalist Monday edition of Optimal Finance Daily, episode 716, The Value of Following Your Dreams When They Don't Make Money, by Kym Wilson with tinybuddha.com. And I am your host and narrator, Dan. I am here every weekday reading to you from some of the best personal finance blogs on the planet, and we always like to hear from you. Share your topic requests, your ideas with us over at oldpodcast.com. That's oldpodcast.com. And before we get to today's post, did you know that most workers waste up to 60 minutes a day navigating between apps every day? That's 32 days a year. With Glip, you'll get team messaging and collaboration in one digital workspace, which means no more hopping in and out of apps. 64% of Glip users deliver projects faster than before. You can share and collaborate on files, create and manage tasks, screen share with your teams, and much more. Sign up for a free Glip account to get unlimited access to team messaging, task management, file sharing, file storage, and more. Go to glip.com/finance. That's glip.com/finance, and we thank them for sponsoring this podcast. Now, let's get right to today's post as we optimize your life. The Value of Following Your Dreams When They Don't Make Money, by Kym Wilson with tinybuddha.com. Quote, "The real measure of your wealth is how much you'd be worth if you lost all your money." Unknown. 5 years ago, in a move I wasn't sure was so brilliant at the time, I quit my career at a rapidly growing ASX-listed financial services organization, packed up my life, and flew to Thailand to pursue my love of scuba diving. I thought I was just going for 12 months, that I'd get it out of my system and then return to Melbourne and settle down, get a job in the not-for-profit industry, buy a house, maybe get married and have kids, save for my retirement, the usual rite of passage. My unleashed spirit had different ideas. When you answer the call to adventure, you never know where you will end up. I fell in love with an Italian man, completed my scuba diving instructor course, and spent the next few years splitting my time between Australia and Thailand. When our relationship ended, I returned to Melbourne to be sensible, to try to put down some roots and figure out once and for all what I was meant to do with my life. I returned to work with my former employer, but 15 months later, when I was still trying to figure things out, the universe gave me a divine kick up the bum. I was suddenly and unexpectedly made redundant. Instead of finding another job, again I answered the call to adventure. 10 weeks later, I was in Canterbury, England, following the 2,000-kilometer Via Francigena pilgrimage route to Rome, living a dream. When I returned to Melbourne to integrate all that I had learned on my pilgrimage, my bank account had dropped way below my comfort level, and the job market was really slow. Employers didn't seem to appreciate my unconventional life that appeared as well-explained gaps in my CV. Living in suburbia, I started to compare my life to my friends who were getting married, having kids, and buying houses. I looked at my dwindling bank account balance, 10-year-old car, and unpacked bags of clothes, the sum total of my life. I began to panic. From my economic studies, I know the opportunity cost of walking away from my career 5 years ago to follow my heart into adventure is close to $1 million. As a financial planning professional, I know that the longer you delay buying a house, the more you have to pay, and the less achievable it becomes. And the longer you delay saving for retirement, the more you have to save, or the longer you need to work. These are the realities of living in our modern world, where money is the common form of value exchange, and it costs to live, to put shelter over your head, food in your belly, and clothes on your back. Acutely aware of this, I promised myself I would never ruin myself financially by living unconventionally. I feared that was exactly what I had done. As I walked those 2,000 kilometers alone, I discovered the quiet voice of wisdom that speaks up when I ask it for guidance, or it decides there is something I need to hear. In that moment of panic, it told me this: your net worth is not your life's worth. Don't confuse the two. Your net worth is not your life's worth. There was instant relief in those words. My choices may have cost me $1 million, and my net worth may be a small fraction of that, but the real value of my experiences over the last 5 years transcends physical currency. The sights I have seen, the blessings I have received, the moments I have witnessed. Diving in the ocean with sharks and manta rays, watching a volcano erupt, crossing the Alps and the Apennines alone on foot, dancing ecstatically in the rain at a dance party in India, caring for street dogs and orphans, muddling through French and Italian conversations with locals, and watching the sun die a vibrant death hundreds of times. These experiences have transformed me, and because I am changed, affect the lives of those whose paths I cross like ripples on a pond. In a world that requires us to earn money, the popular pursuit of purpose these days is by offering your skills, talents, and abilities to earn money doing what you love. That is, to create a business outside of the traditional corporate environment and make that your purpose. But what if your dreams are not the type that will earn you money? And what if following your dreams requires that you walk away from a high-paying career, or that you spend your savings, or forego buying a house so that you can live your dream? Often misconceived as selfishness, honoring and doing what transforms our inner selves is a way of being of service too. Everyone who comes into contact with your ripples will benefit from that change, directly or indirectly, known or unknown. In this way, the return on investment from following your dreams is infinite, larger than you can ever quantify or know while you are in human form. But what about the cost of not following your dreams? How will you feel at the end of your life if you don't give your dream a go? How will you feel living in a big old house with plenty of cash in your bank account and very healthy retirement savings, but with your neglected dreams fading away in the corner? I know that one day, when I'm old and dying, I won't regret the things I never had, but I will regret the moments I didn't seize and the adventures and growth I never experienced. I know that every time I have followed my heart and answered that call to adventure, even when I wasn't sure where the money was going to come from or how it was all going to turn out, life has shown me that it will support me. It will support you too. Although it might never be reflected in your net assets, follow your heart and your dreams. Focus on growing your life's worth, not just your net worth. And no matter where your life takes you or what your external wealth looks like, you will be truly enriched. You just listened to the post titled The Value of Following Your Dreams When They Don't Make Money by Kym Wilson with tinybuddha.com. And once again, thank you to Glip for their support. Did you know that most workers waste up to 60 minutes a day navigating between apps every day? That's 32 days a year. With Glip, you'll get team messaging and collaboration in one digital workspace, which means no more hopping in and out of apps. We've been using it, and it's amazing how many features and options you get with their free account, and they integrate perfectly with systems we already use, which is super helpful. It's making task management and team collaboration a breeze. 64% of Glip users deliver projects faster than before. You can share and collaborate on files, create and manage tasks, screen share with your teams, and more. Sign up for a free Glip account to get unlimited access to team messaging, task management, file sharing, file storage, and more. Go to glip.com/finance. That's glip.com/finance, and we thank them for sponsoring the podcast. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for being here and listening, and I'll see you back here in the Tuesday show tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.